And you said you don't speak to Luann, so it sounds like you don't. Do you speak to anyone other than
No.
Ebony?
No, I don't. I mean, I speak to the women I was on the show with, just not anybody on the current cast. Like my real friendships are what are real. And the friendships that I have because of the show or had because of the show, or changed my spots for, those aren't, I never really after I left the show the first time, I had no relationship with Sonia, none, because I don't have any relativity to Sonia. I don't travel in her circles. I don't have a lot in common with her. We had the show in common. That was it. And when I saw her again on the show, I was happy to see her. It was good to see her. She looked great. She was funny. She was that weekend, truth be told, the best part of it for me. I enjoyed that. Does that mean like I've been out to lunch with her and dinner with her and, I'm just forging some false relationship with her? No, I'm honest. It's like, nice to see you. And I really mean that. But no, we're not going to go, pick up our heels together in town tomorrow night.
Right. And you were no less close to Luann and Ramona before. Like
Luann and I were truly friends when we were on the show. I mean, when I first joined the cast of the show, I had a friendship with Luann that meant something to me. She was in my home with my young children. They knew her. My husband knew her. We had a friendship. I knew her daughter and her son. And you know what I mean? We had what I considered a friendship. But when I left the show, that friendship was like I was a show friend for Luann. So something for me that was real was very shallow and, just served a purpose for her. And once that purpose was over, then the friendship was over. So that's just not how I roll. So that ship sailed. I thought maybe we could I would have an honest truth about that with her on the show, but I never stayed on the show. I didn't want to stay on the show. So, and I didn't really, when I spent that little bit of time with her, I had no interest in trying to rekindle or dig up something that once was. And the truth of the matter is, really with that, I learned the true lesson that you can never go back. Nothing is ever the same. You can never go back. It's always going to be different. So that was that. And Ramona and I had a friendship because of the show. We stayed in touch like a sorority sister or something would, not a very close one, but one that had an experience with, with somebody. That's what I had with Ramona. And when it came time and they asked me to come back to the show, she was very excited for me to return. Luann was excited to have me return. Sonia was excited to have me return because they all knew they needed the sixth player. Not so much that it was me, but they were like, no, we get this. But it was too much for everybody that weekend.